Hello everyone. This is the Hattori Hanzo ninja statue produced by DREAM FIGURES Studio. Let's take a look at the modeling rendering of the product first. It can be seen that the modeling author has a very strong foundation and handles dynamic postures very well. The details of facial textures and clothing textures are deliberately deepened to facilitate subsequent 3D printing production. The author's treatment of the back of the statue is also very sophisticated and does not ignore the details behind the statue. The above is a simple picture appreciation and analysis. Now let's start the statue evaluation. After unboxing, there is a paper certificate with the number of the statue written on it. It also comes with installation instructions for the statue, and the installation process is complicated. After the assembly is completed, it can be seen that the size and floor area of the statue are larger, and the proportion of the figure is 1/4. The character is squatting with legs spread apart on the eaves covered with tiles, opening both arms and holding a katana in hand, showing a ready-to-fight posture. The arrows scattered on the eaves were stuck on the tiles, and it seemed that the ninja had just experienced a bloody battle. The details on the characters are also very rich. The depiction of the texture of the pants is also unambiguous, and the fold details and layering are well processed. The long scarf and skirt fluttering around the waist are also made in a more natural way, bold and unobtrusive. Similarly, the leg armor and straw sandals also have rich texture details. The processing of arm muscles and textures is very realistic, and the straps are wrapped around the wrist armor in layers. The shoulder is swallowed by the image of a ferocious evil spirit, and the material is similar to stone. There are 3 ninja dots hanging on the chest of the body, and the surface is painted with imitation iron and aged. Let's take a look at the design of the base. We can see a few scattered feather arrows stuck on the base. The placement of the feather arrows on the base is also very particular. This placement will make the composition of the picture look more harmonious. The tiles on the base are also very detailed, with details of damage and cracks on them. The overall color of the tiles is blue-gray, and the color of the cracks in the tiles has been deepened. The statue has a double shape, and there are also head carvings. The ninja wears a mask with imitation iron paint on his face and his eyes are determined. There is a black ribbon tied on the head. The shape of the ribbon is elegant and powerful. Zooming in on the camera, you can see the more detailed paint on the head sculpt, and there are also signs of distress on the surface of the mask. The headgear has a linen texture, and the surface is very textured. The overall production style of the head sculpt is biased toward American comics, which is more realistic. This is the second replacement head sculpt. The overall style is simpler. This head sculpt has more fold details than the previous one, and the folds are more varied. The folds on the top of the head sculpt are also reasonably arranged. Look at the side of the statue. The base is trapezoidal. The front of the base is made up of eaves covered with broken tiles, and the back is made up of broken wooden boards. The camera zooms in, and we can see the incomplete wood carvings on the base. The carving of the wood grain on the surface and the details of the damaged areas are very detailed. The painting color of the base wood is dark brown with a hint of cinnabar red. The color control is still very accurate. Here you can see the engraving of the leg armor of the ninja equipment, the armor on the surface, and the brass color painting. The design on the back of the statue is equally wonderful, and the movements on the back of the figure are also very impressive. You can see that the back of the base is mainly made up of broken wooden boards, with a wall structure in the middle. Let's take a closer look at the details. The damaged wooden boards in the ruins are made sharper. The arrangement of the wooden boards is also intricate and very particular. It is not just a matter of randomly splicing a few wooden boards together. The surface of the wall has rough texture details, and the wood joints that fix the wall also have rivets. Here we can see some accessories hanging on the waist behind the ninja. Accessories include round rope, katana, and shuriken. The katana is tied with a rope on the back and waist. The scabbard has a leather-like texture, and the blade is made of iron. The overall details of the katana are very rich, and the painting is relatively realistic. The scabbard is decorated with gold-painted patterns. Let's look at the other side of the statue. It feels like drawing a sword and getting ready to go. Coupled with a few feather arrows on the roof, the overall picture effect is quite exciting. Different from the rectangular tiles on the front of the eaves, the edges of the eaves are cylindrical tiles with pattern carvings and decorations inside. The decoration of accessories, such as broken tiles and wooden boards, makes the statue as a whole have a sense of story. Following the camera, we can see the detailed depiction of arm muscles and shoulder joints. The image of the shoulder joint is symmetrical, full of fangs, and the carved lines are relatively sharp. This is the second modeling form of the statue showing replacement accessories. This is the front view of the assembly, it can be seen that the ninja has changed from the previous posture of drawing a sword to a fighting posture holding a short fork with both hands. The production details of the statue's replacement arm and wrist armor are the same as the previous one. The short fork in the hand is made of metal, with a cast texture on the surface. The maker has done a lot of research when shaping the folds of clothes on the arms. The folds are distributed around the human body structure, which is very reasonable. When the camera is zoomed in, you can see that the stitching of the clothes is also done, and the surface texture is the same as that of the headgear. Interestingly, the previous ninja sword was half unsheathed, while this ninja sword replacement accessory is closed. The details of the ninja sword are the same as the previous one, and the back of the scabbard has more detailed details. Personally, I feel that this product has some design issues, such as the damaged part of the baseboard being made too sharp. This may result in possible damage during transportation. There are also a few accessories whose magnetic effect is not too strong. But overall, this is a relatively satisfactory work. The design of the statue is very interesting, and the painting effect is similar to the official promotional picture. Thanks for watching.